On this first mission with the real XCOM Rangers, we learn a couple of lessons and lose a friend. Seems Finster's idea is to draw the petrol out of all the autos in France and use it to make a pollution-spreading monster. And we're here to put a stop to it, because by God, no one's learned a lesson on our watch. But once the Rangers step out of the Skyzord, they are faced with that which once brought them to the brink of annihilation. Cars. And this mission starts off in turbo as Zack spots a pair of dirty gas guzzlers on the second turn. Rather than set up and half cover, Zack dashes up behind this big rig. His name is Gaston. Get used to him, because we'll spend most of the mission in his warm embrace. Which is a problem as I play way too passively this time. Jason can dash just enough to cuddle up with Gaston as well, but the two girls can't make it this turn, so they hunker down behind this all too small car. While it doesn't stop Kimberly from getting blasted, at least it kept it from being a crit. At this point I realized a mistake. I forgot to equip Trini with a med pack, so our Pink Ranger is in trouble. No one has a good shot on the attacker, so in a vain hope that the melder is right next to him, Jason throws a grenade. Ay. Here, I could have taken one of the girls to the car on the left, and maybe got a flank shot on the attacker, or left Trini on Overwatch to force the putty to stay at the burning cars. But again, I was passive and hunkered down with some smoke, which allows the little bugger to get his cool on as he walls away while two cars explode behind him. While Zack and Jason creep up, Trini tries for the safety of Gaston despite the plasma rain sent her way. And Kimberly seems to be enjoying the purple haze, so stays put. And here's another mistake. I switched Zack to his pistol, thinking he might spot something far off. But instead, a putty runs right by, not 3 squares away. If he'd had his shotgun ready, this would have been a kill. But it's only a flesh wound, and the putty gets a chance to take a shot at Trini. And now both girls are in bad shape. One more shot and they'll go down. So it's time to kill something. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. But after that, I fall back to trying to get the whole team to Gaston and hide while the second putty runs off. The next turns just meander as the team snuggles up with Gaston for fear of running into Overwatch or triggering more putties. But to those who wait...
Enemies in sight! Damn it! Enemy is still alive!
With 2 new baddies in play, the team moves on Overwatch in hopes. And while Zack and Jason get all up in each other's personal space to take a shot, it's finally Kimberly who takes it down.
X-ray neutralized.
Seeing their buddy going down has 2 more seeing red. So that's 3 active now? Or was it 4? Either way, Kimberly has a clear rocket to take 2 of them out. That gives us some room to play. First, Jason takes a crazy trick shot from Gaston and threw 2 car windows into a putty. Okay, that was impressive. Zack tries to one-up him, but doesn't quite make it.
Negative damage.
Another shot comes Kimberly's way, but there's too much automobile for it to get through. But now there's a bomb right in front of us, and everyone braces for impact, while Gaston takes 2 for the team. And this one's fatal, and without a med kit or AAA, there's nothing we can do for Gaston but run.
I've got my eyes on.
All that's left is to avenge him, but the putties are making that hard at the moment. We can't flank the Meldy, since we'd end up being flanked by the other guy. But after some waiting, they swap melds and leave the closest putty open for Trini to get some payback.
Eat this!
That seems to really piss him off as 2 charge in. Jason handles the first, but even magic bullets don't improve Zack's aim.
Missed.
So this one gets away for now. Even though he's passed, the team just can't seem to let go of Gaston as we spend the next few turns moping about around him. But once they've come to terms with the loss, it's time to start moving out. Then Jason gets spotted. Now this is dangerous. Jason is in the open with one move left, but he has a flank on what I think is the last active enemy. I really want to take this shot, but I check the rest of the squad first. No one has a shot or is in grenade range, but Kimberly does have a clear rocket shot. And so, Jason fires. Crap. Rockets have a 90% chance to hit, which means there's a 10% chance that Jason is going to the big peace conference in the sky. Oh, thank you, Zordon. But it's not time to go home yet, so the Rangers advance to their new friend, George. Zach moves up to find the last two putties, but he has no shot, so he ducks and covers while the rest of the team goes on Overwatch just in case he gets bull rushed. Zach moves up and somersaults a reaction shot to get into range. While he does have a flank, that would leave one putty up. So instead he carefully aims his grenade to only hit the melder, thus taking them both out while still getting the weapon frags from the other.
Frag out.
Mission accomplished.
So the Rangers head home after the first mission, and it's all thanks to the brave sacrifice of Gaston. But once home, there's promotions to handle. Zach now outranks the rest of the team, and I pick up defense for him. While crit is nice, I'd rather him not die. After that double car window shot, someone figures Jason might do okay with a sniper rifle. After peeking over the base, we scan in hopes of getting another mission, but once the 8th rolls around, it's a good time to start on some satellites. I make 3 in hopes of getting enough engineers to make an uplink by the 15th, but before then scope research is done, so I switch over to another. But it doesn't matter which research right now, since I'll change it over later as soon as we shoot down a flyer. Speaking of which, Alpha finds a monster heading in from the moon, and it's time to attack. Thunder Ultra Sword, go! The Thunderzord makes short work of it and sends it crashing down. Now the Rangers move in to pick up some Arita's tech for Billy and Cestia to take a look at. And yes, they have all the proper gear this time. So come back next time for episode 3, Bleeding Spark.